So in 2014, I pointed out that X-Men Days of Future Past was crowded as f***, and it seems Bryan Singer feels that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Therefore, once again, welcome to your mutant cheat sheet for the 8th film in Fox's Marvel franchise. Now, while X-Men Days of Future Past largely wiped the slate clean in terms of the franchise's timeline, alas, it couldn't go all Professor Xavier and wipe the memories of the previous films from our minds. That means that just like with X-Men First Class, X-Men Apocalypse will have the difficult task of re-establishing several already well-established characters. In fact, the only new character in the movie is Apocalypse himself, who will be portrayed by Star Wars' Oscar Isaac. Widely believed to be the very first mutant, En-Sabah-Nur was born and rose to power in ancient Egypt. Benefiting not just from his multitude of mutant powers, think Jean Grey, Mystique, Wolverine, and Bishop all rolled into one, but also from alien technology, he'll be the X-Men's first boss-level villain in the movies. Now, outside of Apocalypse, audiences are perhaps most excited about the opportunity for Singer to finally get several key X-Men just right as we meet their younger versions. Halle Berry will be replaced by Alexandra Shipp as Storm, James Marsden will be replaced by Tye Sheridan as Cyclops, and Famke Janssen will be replaced by Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. Now, I know most of us were pretty happy with Janssen as Jean Grey, but with this reboot, so to speak, hope is renewed for the Phoenix Saga to be accurately and respectfully brought to the big screen. And after all, of all the new X-Babies, Turner is the biggest star thanks to her role as Sansa Stark on Game of Thrones. Littlefinger for Mastermind? That would also be something of a reboot, by the way, as Mastermind, aka Jason, was originally reconstituted as Stryker's son in X2. Man, changing up continuity from the comics to the movies is like the freaking butterfly effect. It might seem like a small, inconsequential change at first, but oh, the consequences later down the line. Speaking of things not properly introduced, it will be interesting to see what Singer does with Nightcrawler the second time around. While he did a great job with the character in terms of action sequences, the dramatic scenes left much to be desired. Will X-Men Apocalypse make it clear that Kurt Wagner, now played by Kodi Smit-McPhee, is Mystique's son? That would certainly fit with rumors that this latest film will also be Mystique-centric, as the X-Men films have been since superstar Jennifer Lawrence took over the role. But while X-Men Apocalypse is introducing younger versions of these fan-favorite X-Men, how does Singer plan to explain a Gambit the same age as the one introduced in X-Men Origins Wolverine? No matter the on-screen explanation, behind the scenes, Gambit's rise to prominence has everything to do with another superstar joining the cast, Channing Tatum. In this Hollywood game of rock, paper, scissors, who's more powerful, Lawrence or Tatum? Tatum is getting his own movie the very same year as X-Men Apocalypse, which will either mean he gets more screen time here or will simply be introduced as a tease for that solo film. Then in addition to all these rebooted mutants, we of course have our constant Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, as well as our younger timeline cast. Lawrence as Mystique, James McAvoy as Charles Xavier, Nicholas Hoult as Beast, and Michael Fassbender as Magneto, with the rumor that Ian McKellen, a Singer BFF, will also return. Fan favorite Evan Peters as Quicksilver is also slated for the film, while Rose Byrne's Moira McTaggart is also returning. Then finally, the UK's EastEnders star Ben Hardy joins the cast in a secret, significant role to be determined. Ooh, a cinematic blind box. But if you're the betting kind, odds are he'll play Warren Worthington, aka Angel. Not only does he have the look, but of all the X-Men, Angel has perhaps the strongest and most dramatic history with Apocalypse. Perhaps he'll start out the movie as Apocalypse's Horseman of Death? So that's your ridiculously crowded lineup for X-Men Apocalypse. Who are you the most excited to see on screen? And who do you think could have been cut? Or do you like your X-Men movies as crowded as f***? Write your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.